Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Renee, and today I am doing a very relaxed get ready with me. I'm literally in my sweatpants, a sweater, and I'm gonna be talking to you guys about what I've been doing the last few days because it's pretty exciting. I'm sorry, you probably heard the drawer open. I'm not great at this whole YouTube thing yet. I'm still trying. But basically, I am exhausted and I am pretty stressed, and playing with makeup is like a really good way for me to de-stress. I'm also going to a doctor's appointment right now, so I want to put on some makeup for that, even though it's pointless because I'll be wearing a mask. But it's always nice, I think, to, I don't know, feel like you're doing something when you're going somewhere. Do you know what I mean? My room's kind of a mess. I'll explain this all. So basically what happened is I found a kitten, more like my roommate did, but we have the cutest new addition to our family. My boyfriend is actually going to take him, and his name is Sneakers, full name Shoeless Joe. I actually had a dream. This is so funny and definitely feels like fate, because I had a dream that I would one day have a kitten. Ooh, dropping things. I'd one day have a kitten in my dream that was black with white socks, and I had named him Sneakers in my dream. I was telling my, sister and boyfriend and everyone, like, okay, one day I saw this cat in a dream. He's my cat. His name is Sneakers. He's black with white socks. He was a boy and I really liked him. And my roommate texted me, I think on Friday, and I was like, hey, come out to the garage for like a fun surprise. And I was like, okay, weirdo, like, what is this surprise in? Like, I'm apprehensive here. And I got to the garage, and I'll have to put in the picture here, but there's a black and white kitten, like a black kitten with white socks. Now that I've washed him, he's more gray, but whatever, my point still stands. And I was like, this is Sneakers. Like, I found him. Or more like he found me. He was apparently just like in our driveway, like shivering, like a bunch of cars almost hit him. It's getting colder. I mean, we live in Mississippi, so it's not like super cold. It's pretty temperate. It's still getting colder, and especially at night. And I could tell that like this poor cat was very scared, but very friendly. Did not mind being held, wanted to be held, wouldn't move away from my chest. I adopted my cat from like a shelter that was, doing cats at PetSmart. It was PetSmart. She is also from Mississippi. But then we had found last year in like, I think September, we found a cat just on the road. Someone else did. All alone, tiny kitten, 4 weeks old. We took it in and had all the kitten stuff from that. So we like had flea bath stuff from that, and we had some experience like raising a young stray kitten. That was definitely hard. You have to give them like round the clock care, like every few hours. Because they're pretty helpless. But anyway, so we had known from that, we've got to give him a flea bath before we bring him inside. And we gave him a flea bath in the garage. And then we immediately washed all the clothes and stuff that we were wearing. We got him as good as we could with like the kitten flea bath stuff. And then we took him to the vet. And I texted my boyfriend and I was like, look who's here. Like, do you want to take this cat? And my boyfriend was like, of course I do. That's our cat. And he had actually just been texting me too. This is so crazy, saying like, oh, I miss having a cat, because he had watched my cat for a few weeks. He's like, I miss having a cat around. I miss, like how nice it is to have them there when you come home, or cuddle with you on the couch. And I was like, yeah, for sure. But he didn't want to adopt one because he's moving soon and didn't want to adopt it until after he moved. But like, when the cat that you're looking for shows up on your driveway, what are you gonna do? Be like, no, sorry, we're gonna adopt this exact cat later. No, it was obviously a sign. But anyway, so we took this cat to the vet, and the vet was like, oh, like, let's scan him for a microchip, and we didn't find any. He said he was 8 weeks old and a boy. And that he had an upper respiratory infection, but otherwise his lungs were clear and he was healthy and was gonna make it. And I was like, great, it's perfect. It's the boy black and white cat of my dreams. And he's so cute, and he's 8 weeks, so he's a little bit more independent, but he's still really, like, he hasn't been walking around or doing much lately. He just sleeps all day, which makes me nervous. And I also asked the vet, you know, like, okay, we gave him a flea bath. Do you see any signs of fleas? Is it something that we should like take into consideration? He was like, I don't see any fleas. You guys should be good with the other cats whenever they're ready to be introduced. And I was like, okay, great, thank you. Because I am terrified of fleas. My friend Brianna, who's probably watching this, hey Bri, she had fleas on her cat that she recently adopted, and it infested her apartment, and she had to like spend weeks getting everything cleaned and taken care of, which was hard with the 2 cats. So I did not want fleas. And then so I was keeping the cat separated from the other cats, letting them smell towels and stuff that the new cat sneakers had been on, because I knew that they'd be curious. And Clara is so mad. Clara's my cat, the big one. She's so mad. She does not like having a new cat in the house, but unfortunately for her, that's not a valid opinion because we are saving this cat. But yeah, this cat like doesn't really move. It was like very cuddly. He always wants to be on your chest. He sleeps all day, hardly walks around. And when Dale was an 8-week-old kitten, I felt like he was climbing everything and getting into everything. Wouldn't stay where we put him. Was figuring out how to be a cat. And this cat, I feel like maybe it's just the personality of the cat, but also I feel like he might be sick, you know, and I know he is with upper respiratory infection. But anyway, I was kind of noticing that like things were a little bit off, thinking like, okay, but you know, how long has he been on the street? How long has he been alone? When was the last time he felt safe? Like, this might be the first good sleep he's ever gotten. Because unfortunately, we are putting up, well, we're not going to put up signs, because I kind of have a fear of, you know, putting up signs for a lost pet and then having someone pretend it's their pet and then maybe use the pet for like bad reasons. Do you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't verify if it was going to a good home. Plus, at the point that the kitten is outside with fleas and a laceration on its head and an upper respiratory infection, I mean, that doesn't happen super quickly. We'll obviously look for signs, and I've been searching the wanted or like the lost pet signs in the Humane Society and everything to make sure that, you know, somebody's not like lost kitten. Unfortunately, in Mississippi, we have a lot of strays, a lot. So many, in fact. I mean, you can drive home any day of the week and see stray animals, which is really sad. But I know that when I adopted my cat, Clara, from like the shelter, they were saying that she was actually scheduled to be on a bus to Maine, because I guess in the Northeast is what the lady was telling me. I don't know if this is true, but they don't have like any strays up there. And, you know, for the people who want to adopt animals and not shop, that obviously is impossible if they don't have any strays. Like, their shelters are empty, I guess. Whereas down here, we have too many animals. We have too many strays, and they don't have homes. Or they can't even put them in the shelters because the shelters are full. We do live in an area that it's very possible and probable that the tiny kitten who is outside shivering alone with fleas, an infection, and a head cut is likely a stray. Hey y'all, quick editor's note. Also ignore my lipstick. I tried to take off those ABH like lip stains. Good God. And say hi to Sneakers. He's just chilling on my lap right now. He's just been sleeping there for a while I edit this video. But I also want to say that I did talk to the vet about if he was a stray or if he seemed like he was like an outdoor cat or somebody else's cat. And the vet agreed that he was most likely a stray. And the vet tech who was there also agreed he was most likely a stray and asked if we were going to keep it because it needed a home. So I do feel like this animal is a stray, and I know that some people might get upset saying like, oh, he could be an outdoor cat or something, especially because he's so friendly, but I just want to make it like abundantly clear. I am doing everything I can to make sure I'm not stealing a cat or a kitten, and that this animal is most likely a stray. Kind of sucks, but he's a real sweetheart. He's definitely not like feral. He loves human affection. He like craves human affection. Today for the first time I got to hear him purr, which was like magical because he's obviously trusts me enough to sit on my lap and purr, which is just like, because on Friday night the story's all over the place, but I just have so many thoughts and I haven't had enough time to express them. But on Friday night it really didn't seem like he was gonna make it. Like, his breathing was really shallow. He couldn't even stand up to go eat. I was having to like use the syringe for his antibiotics to pour water into his mouth because he just wouldn't eat or drink or do anything. He was shivering. He was miserable. I was like, oh, gracious, what do I do? I like turned my blow dryer on a really low heat setting and like was trying to like give him some hot air because we don't have a fireplace or anything. Again, we live in Mississippi. It's only good in like these really specific cases. And I was like, well, I know that like, you know, some stray kittens, I mean, it's just an unfortunate fact of the world, but they just don't make it. Like, not all kittens who have been strays are able to be brought inside and survive. Like, they may just have too much going on. And I was like, well, I'll make, you know, hopefully he lives. But if not, I will make sure he's as comfortable as possible. Set him up real nice, got him all this food and everything. You know, gave him a lot of cuddles, had him sleep with me. And it seemed like on Saturday morning, he was doing a lot better, like a lot better. And I was like, thank God, like I think this cat is gonna survive. And he did. Then, you know, I'm cuddling him in bed. My other cats are all locked out, so he hasn't had any contact with them, but I guess this was stupid of me. This was stupid. I was cuddling with him in bed because he's this cute, helpless little kitten, and he's adorable, and I love cats. What was I gonna do? Not put him in my bed? I find a flea. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because at this point, I've given him a flea bath. I gave him flea medicine for kittens that the vet said was safe to give him. I've obviously give my other cats flea medicine. So I was like, where did this live flea come from? Like, I've taken all the precautions at this point. And I mean, I guess he just had fleas. Still had fleas. I gave him like a really thorough combing and I found 4 fleas total, which was terrifying. And a lot of that like flea dirt that fleas leave behind. And at this point, I'm like, oh no, you know, the cat has been in my bed, it's been in my room, like how far can fleas jump, like furiously googling, like, oh shoot, like it's kind of far. So I didn't want to like run the risk of getting a flea infestation, especially when we have 2 other cats in the house who have flea medicine, but I still don't want them to like be in any pain or discomfort if we have fleas in the house, you know what I mean? I have now quarantined poor Sneakers to the bathroom, which is why I'm not pulling them out to show you guys right now. And I washed literally everything in there in the hottest water possible, dried it in hot air to try and kill any of the eggs. Hopefully the flea bath and flea medicine also killed the eggs. So like they won't even be hatching if they did fall off. He's staying in there because if there are any fleas in there, like my bedroom is carpet. So if there are any fleas that lay eggs, like, and they fall off in the bathroom, at least it's not carpet, it's tile, so it's a little bit easier to like clean up. But don't worry, he's super happy in there. He has a bunch of toys, food, water, litter box, like 3 different beds, blankets. He is not suffering. I go in there too. I leave the light on and I go in there probably every 30 minutes and I hold him and I give him attention. So it's really sad for me to leave a cat in the bathroom, and especially a kitten who's obviously been like on the street and scared and afraid and finally gets a home. And I'm like, okay, now sit in the bathroom. But it's for everyone's best interest. It's because I've got to keep him from the other cats. He's got to recover from his fleas. I'm sure that's why he was feeling lethargic too, because the fleas drink blood and that would make you tired. That probably explains, hopefully soon, with the fleas gone, he'll like become a real cat, you know, and like, not a real cat, but he'll start jumping around everywhere and being like an 8-week-old kitten. But then my other cats are upset because I don't spend any time with them. But I have this whole operation. Here, let me get my eyeshadow and then I'll tell you about the operation. I literally cleaned I just opened out my Biba palette, which for the record is like $129. And 3 shades have fallen out. Okay, they all went in there pretty easily, but I've got to figure out now an alternative way to store this where it's never going to be upside down or sideways or risk the shadows coming out at all. Are you kidding? That's so annoying. I have to leave in 20 minutes. Okay, let's get this eyeshadow on. But yeah, my other cats are outside miserable because I won't let them in this room. But this room is kind of like the barrier now. I washed the sheets twice. I have vacuumed in here. There's my vacuum. Say hi, vacuum. I have vacuumed in here like 40 times. That's an exaggeration. It's been 4. And I washed literally everything that's fabric in this room, including like my robes, my towels, everything. I had done laundry. Any of the laundry that I put away that could have touched the flea-infested cat, I rewashed everything and everything in those drawers. Like that didn't even come in contact with the cat. And I don't want to let those cats in here because I don't want, if there is any flea eggs or anything, I don't want them to pick that up. And I also have, a set of clothes by my door that I wear in my room. I have another set of clothes that I wear in the bathroom, and then I have another set of clothes for outside the house, like in the living room and everything. Luckily, my roommate's not here, so I can change like wherever I want to make this operation feasible. But each room is sectioned off and there is no cross-contamination, and I am praying that that's enough to keep the fleas at bay. Yesterday, I gave Sneakers another bath in Dawn dish soap because it had been enough time with his flea medicine on that I was able to give him a bath, but I didn't want to bathe him in more flea stuff because I felt like that was could be bad for him. So I did the Dawn dish soap. That's good for kittens and the ducks that they have in the commercials. If it's safe enough for ducks, it's probably safe enough for my cat, right? I'm kidding. I did look it up and it was safe. That was my original thought process. I was like, if it's good enough for ducks in commercials to get oil off them, hopefully it'll get rid of the fleas. And when I washed him, I only found one dead flea that like came off in the water and no flea dirt. So that suggested to me that hopefully any of the fleas that I found were like lingering, that, you know, were either dead or dying, and that hopefully we won't get like an infestation because they won't be able to reproduce. Like if the eggs that are laid hatch, allegedly, they can't reproduce until they get like blood in them, which they can't do from the cats if they have the flea stuff on and it's working. So I have talked to everyone I know that's had cats. Brianna, my stepmom Amy had cats for like 20 years, and they all agree, probably fine. Hopefully within the next few days, if Sneakers keeps having like, because I comb him like every hour. He loves being combed. Side note, my other two cats won't let me flea comb them, and I don't have anyone else to like hold them down. But Sneakers, the first time I heard him purr was when I was combing him for fleas. And maybe it's because he's like had fleas on him, and it's like so nice now to not have fleas on him. But I like to think that he just actually really likes just affection. So I comb them like every hour, and they've all come up clean today. So within the next few days, if it keeps coming up clean, I'll rewash all the stuff in there, and then I'll start introducing the cats slowly. But yeah, it's been a whole operation. That's why I don't have the pillows on the bed. That's where I've been the last few days. It's been really stressful, and making sure the Sneakers like eats and is happy. It's all been a lot. But I think we're on the tail end of the franticness. Hopefully his antibiotics or his upper respiratory infection, you know, work with no problems, and then hopefully we get the cats introduced with minimal difficulty, and there's no fleas and no flea infestation. If there is, we'll continue to monitor and handle it, because now Sneakers is a part of the family, and that's just the way life is sometimes. I feel like I've really fallen in love with this kitty. He's such a sweetheart. His personality, I definitely think, should start to come out soon. But right now, he's just such a sweetheart. Like, you literally... I have the door to the bathroom open because I know he's not going to try and come out. I don't know why. I guess he's content in there. And that way he can, like, see me and hear me, and all the lights are on, and it's not like scary for him. I'm really trying to do my best for all the animals right now, and I know that they're all miserable, but it's for their own good. I'm not doing it to be mean, but I can't risk the other cats getting infected with fleas. I don't want to bring any flea eggs or residue or anything into the living room, and I want Sneakers to get better and be free of fleas and not just to reinfect himself the second he comes into my bedroom. I also bought a flea spray. It says it's good, like, even to be sprayed onto cats, which I'm not gonna do. I'm just gonna use the, like, vet-approved flea medicine. But I've been spraying that everywhere, too, to try and minimize this problem. I kind of want to do a nude lip. I don't normally go for a nude. Do I even own a nude? I have Velvet Teddy. I think that's kind of the vibe. It's not exactly nude, but it's the closest I have. My skin is so dry here. Looks bad. Whatever, that's not my problem. I don't actually know, like, we brought Dale into the house like such idiots when he was covered in fleas. We brought him in, literally, he looked like a cartoon character. He had all the fleas just jumping around him. And we didn't get a flea infection. We didn't get a flea infestation then. And Claire didn't get infected with fleas because the flea medicine that we still use worked. So I'm praying, hoping and praying that I'm doing the right thing and that all the animals, while they're miserable now, well, they'll never understand it's for the best, but I'll know it's for the best. And that soon they can all be happy together, right? And if not, then I'll try. All right, I'm ready. I'm gonna get my mask, go to my doctor's appointment, and then come back home and probably do some more laundry and take care of the cats even more. This is hard doing this by myself because my roommate's out of town and my boyfriend doesn't live near me. So I feel like I'm a single mom right now. Obviously not as tough as being a single mom to children, like human children, but a single cat mom. Okay, well, thank y'all so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. I know this isn't like my usual content with like get ready with me's, but I needed some kind of lazy content because I've got so much else going on. So thanks for watching, truly. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.